If you're just starting out in Canva, a good place for you to begin is by setting up your brand kit. I'm Erica Larson, and I am a social media manager and advisor through the SBDC at Lorain County Community College. I'm going to show you how to set up your brand kit in Canva today so that you can get going with creating your images for social media and your other marketing materials. Let's get started. So in Canva, if you go over to the left-hand side, you will see an icon under Tools that says Brand Kit. And you're going to want to click on that. Now, of course, since I use this on a regular basis, I have a brand kit already in here, but I'm going to create a new brand kit so that I can show you how to do this. I decided I was going to set one up for one of my clients, Sage Sustainability Advisors. I recently did a logo for them and put together a brand board, so I have all of the information that I need in order to set up my brand kit. Let me show you what I mean. If you have already had your logo created or you've made one yourself and chosen the colors that you want to use for your brand, you will find it really helpful to lay out all of that information on one sheet of paper. Or just a PDF like this one that I'm showing you now. What's really great about this is that you can determine the exact colors that you're going to use, not just green or blue, but this green and this blue. And the way that we make sure that we maintain those exact colors is that they all have color codes attached to them. There are a few different ways to identify what color exactly that we're using. And I have 3 of those types on this brand board. This first one here is called hex colors. This is a hex code for your colors. It starts with a # or hashtag. And that is actually what Canva uses to identify which colors. So those are going to be the most useful for us here. Just for your reference, this brand board also has the color numbers for CMYK. You see the second line here has 4 numbers in it, and those are CMYK. So I've cyan, magenta, yellow, and is that black? I think. Don't quote me on that. Those color codes are especially useful for printing. If you are going to use a print shop to print out some flyers that you made, for instance, or your business cards, they are usually going to print in either CMYK or Pantone colors, which I'm not going to discuss today. This third number you can see is 3 different numbers, and that is RGB, red, green, blue. Those colors are normally used for digital things like if you're making different colors in Word, for instance, it uses RGB. So those are just different color codes that you should have on hand for whenever you're making something for your business to make sure that you're always using the correct color to match your brand. So in Canva, since it uses the hex code inside of Canva, I'm going to show you how to enter those in now. I'm just going to drag this out of the way. So when you're in your brand kit in Canva, we're going to start in the section that says brand colors. Now this is an untitled palette, so it's always a good idea to name it something that makes sense. So let's say I'll make this Sage Official Colors. Now, why am I calling it Official Colors? There are instances where a brand might use other colors for certain campaigns. So let's say that Sage wanted to run a special during the holidays and they wanted to use reds and greens, and they wanted it to be really festive, and they had certain colors they wanted to use for those holiday specials, that would be a really great time for them to create an additional palette inside of their brand kit. And those wouldn't be their official colors. They would be outside of their official colors and only used in this special instance. So let's get started with adding in these colors. Let me try to show both of these to you at the same time here. Okay. All right, so under brand colors, if we click the plus sign, you can see that it comes up with this little box right here, and this is where it wants you to put the hex code. You can just delete the code that's in there and enter in the hex codes for your color. So do the first one, 73905A. Okay, we've got our first color. Let's add in the second one, 716F48. And the third, B7D133. And we'll just stick to 4 for now. So the last one is 3E, 3E. Okay. So now we've got those colors set up in our brand kit. The other thing you're going to want to do is add in the logo or logos for your company. So if I go and I look for their logo, there we are. So we've got their logo officially in there. Now, another thing that you'll want to do, which is also something that you might want to put on your brand board, is add into your brand kit what your official fonts are. So I do have that on my brand board. And let's see, for them, they're using Akbal Regular for headers and Kronos Pro Caption for subheaders. It looks like we don't have information on what they're using for their body copy, but that's okay. That wasn't part of the job. So let's see here. These may or may not be already existent within Canva for you to choose from. But what's great about it is that it actually allows you to upload your custom font, so that just because it's not a standard font within Canva, you can still use it in Canva as long as you have the font file to upload. So let's see here. Header. Do we have Akbal? No, we don't. So let's go find it. So for me, I tend to keep all of my fonts in one folder so that I can find them pretty easily. Of course, I'm probably speaking too soon. Is this where I have my fonts? Interesting. I must have saved it somewhere else. Okay, we're uploading the heading style. Now it's in here for us to choose as our heading. And we'll do the same thing for the subheading style. We're going to upload the font. That one is called Kronos Pro Caption. Here's my font file. And we'll choose that one for our subheading. Okay, great. And that is the basics on setting up your brand kit in Canva. I hope this was helpful. If you have secondary colors for your brand, you're also going to want to add those in here. And I will do another video showing you why setting up your brand kit is helpful to you. So make sure to check that out. And if you'd like some more help with Canva or your social media or website questions, I would love to set up an advising appointment with you through the SBDC at Lorain County Community College. Thank you so much.